This is Rod Kusanen, Spoo Man for December 2nd, 2009. All times on the chart are Central Standard Time. Today's video, actually we're probably going to do two, but our first video is dealing with, again, a pro trader setup based upon the premium. We've had one yesterday, again we had one today. Let's take a look at what it is. We're looking at the premium. This is a premium setup, and we have premium rules listed on our website, so consult that if you don't know how we read the premium. But we have both a new high and a new low on the S&P premium at 9/11. Now that's interesting. We get that. It's not unusual. But we have new highs indicating the Spoos should go higher, but also a new low indicating that the Spoos should come back down at least to 11.25. So that could be considered the setup, where we look to short the move up until the Spoos come back down at least to where the premium predicted a low, and that low is going to generally be lower than 11.25. Sometimes it ties it, but generally it goes lower. So the intent here is to look for an opportunity to short the market and wait for it to return to that price, which, as you see, it does a little after 10 o'clock this morning. Okay, so that's the pro trader setup. Very simple, very easy to work with. The question is, where are you going to enter? And that's where our software comes in. Now, today's trade came off of chart number 4. We have 9 different charts that are tracking our group reversal system. And early in the morning, before we get into this short trade here, we had a long trade here at 8.56, and we just set up a simple 6-tick profit target on that. That's kind of neither here nor there, but that's where it went long the first time, and it went long based on our group reversal system. And if you've watched our videos in the past, you know that we'll take a certain bar and we say, well, we would go long here. Well, we're not kidding. That's what the automated system is all about. This group reversal, as you see, went from a green to a cyan. And in that scenario, that's the first option that the program sees to go long, because that's a group reversal. The score is going from +1 to +2. So we've got some strength going on there, so it sends out a long signal. Hits its profit target. A little later on, we get another long signal right in here. Same idea. Hits its profit target. Now, that aside, let's go up here to the short trade. Now, we go from cyan back to green. That's a score of a score of +2 back to +1. That's a group reversal as well, and an opportunity to short the market. And that's where the strategy takes the short trade. Now we get an add-on a little later on here. You see it went from green to dark green and back to green. So that gives us another short trade right there. Now, we didn't set this particular strategy up to hold the trade until the premium target was reached. We just had this set up for using a different profit target. Nevertheless, the point of the matter is that's where the short trade, automated short trade, takes place. And the goal here is to hold it until the profit target established by the premium is reached, which is down there at 11.25. And we could have held it for that purpose. The strategy in this case, we had just set it up to take profit targets a little sooner than that. But here is where the real profit target would have been, down here at 11.25. Okay, so that's your real pro trader setup. Now we're going to show you another strategy that we work with, which is referred to as the divergence strategy. It works, microphone back here, pardon me. It works with divergence. It's tracking strictly divergence, and in this case, divergence off of the VIX. It's a very specialized strategy, and the first divergence takes place essentially at the open. Right around 8:32, we have divergence on the VIX. That's symbolized by all of these blue arrows, and she rallies up a little bit and gets us out of that trade here at around 10. Oh, I can't quite see what it is. And 10:11, the signal takes place. So in at around 7:50, out at 10:50, let's say. So that's a divergence strategy. Works real well. Sometimes we get a lot more points out of it than we did right here. But that's also a little bit early because, as we know, the market rallied up quite more strongly than that. But let's take a look quickly at where else the divergence took place. Now, as the market moved up to where we got the signal on chart 4, we also see a divergence. So when we see the divergence along with some other factors such as our group reversals, it's a really strong signal. It's a really strong indication that the market's ready to turn. And what you see on this chart, in addition to all of that, are these horizontal lines. And now you can see them a bit better. These horizontal lines are what we refer to as gaps preceding divergence. And we frequently see them take place right around the time when we're about to see a major reversal. We've tracked this for months and months and months and months, and it's consistent. When we see this happen, it's a pretty strong indication that things are about to change. I don't know why. I wish I did. I don't know why these gaps occur. We've got some theories. It may be that as the market volume picks up, more market volume implies possibly, missing a tick or so. Could be. That's the only theory I've got. But whatever the case is, the gaps appear, and so does the divergence. And when it occurs, generally speaking, down it goes. It doesn't happen all the time, but boy, it sure does happen with a fair amount of consistency. So we have that along with the group reversal that we just described, and boom, down she goes, and eventually hits our profit target. And to further substantiate this, notice this. Now, as the market drops, you see these two white bars. That once again stands for a divergence. White is referring to divergence that's coming off of the ADS-PD. But see these gaps? Gaps preceding divergence. Where's the low? Right here. Right here. That's amazing. The gaps preceding divergence identify very strong probability that a market reversal is about to take place. And there you have it. So come to us, RSKsys.com, ask for a demo. We'll show you more about it. This is RSKsys and Spoon for Risk.